So it's moving day, the work that comes with moving. Oh my goodness, I was not informed. Everywhere was scattered. Prior to this day, we had very little time to pack anyway. I had gone to Home Depot, gotten some boxes, and today, like around 11:30, the moving vans came. We had earlier booked with Let's Get Moving Ontario, and the agreement was that they were going to like move everything from point A to point B. So the only thing I did was to try to like sort things, to organize them a bit before they came to make it easier. They dismantled the beds, took down the TV, and the agreement was that whenever we get to a new accommodation, they were going to assemble everything all together again. This took a lot of time, I must say, even with the furniture and everything like that. In between, we were trying to clean up as well. After moving, we started painting. We cleaned up before handing over the accommodation to the new occupants. And so by the time we got to the new place, by this time of the day, I was completely knackered. Like it was a very, very long day. For the full video, kindly watch this on my YouTube channel. You get all the details. Welcome back. So let's get into the meat of this video. It is moving day. As you guys can see, we've moved. It's like how many days right now? And I'm so thankful because it's even taking me longer than I expected. But let's go back to the beginning. From the time we decided to move, I knew that there was a lot of work. Like we're going to be doing. So the first thing I did was to come to Home Depot. I'm so glad I came to Home Depot. There are many stores that sell like moving supplies and equipment and things like that, but I kind of like preferred all the things I got from Home Depot, and I got them all in one place. Mattress covers, the boxes. I think at the end of the day, I got like more than almost 20 boxes. One of my friends had earlier come to the house when I told her we were moving, and she brought like almost 12 boxes, but I went back again because I had a lot more. You guys know now, Tommy has stuff. Even me, when we were moving, I had to like cover my face. I was like, where's all this stuff coming from? Where is it going to? But I know myself, I know I have stuff, and unapologetically so, I need almost everything that I have, and I also declutter along the line anyway. I actually did a lot of decluttering when we were moving, so this is something that I try to do every now and then. So like I said, I got mattress bags as well, and like paper covers and things like that. But I was going to use what I had in the house. We had old newspapers as well. So the first clip you saw was we wrapping the plates up with all those paper stuff. Not one single thing broke. We wrapped every single thing, all my kitchen stuff and everything like that. We wrapped them, sorted them aside. And on this particular day, the moving vans had come. We used these guys from Let's Get Moving, and oh my goodness, I am so glad they were very, very, very professional. I'm so glad that we used them because there was a lot of stuff to do. So, like I said, as much as possible, as much as we could, I tried to like sort out some things first so that by the time they come, it will be kind of easier for them to start moving. So, all my kitchen stuff, I had sorted them into these bags, into boxes, depending on the particular thing that it was. This is the garage. My garage, oh my goodness, it has a lot of stuff. And we're already shopping for the new house as well. So that's why we even have more stuff to move. So most of the things we even need for the new house, like shelves, drawers, we had been shopping and we kept them in the garage. Prior to now, we are taking down the beds, we had like unscrewed everything, and some of the things, and many of those things were good to go. Even with the boxes I got, guys, it was not still enough. And I was like, okay, thank God I have garbage bags. So most of the clothing were in the garbage bags with the hangers. We just removed them and just tossed it into, because I've seen all those kind of videos on TikTok that people do that. Even though mine was not as like clean as the way people do those videos, I was like, either way, it's still okay. At this point, the only thing in my head was like, let's just move all these things because we had to leave that house like in proper shape. So everything went. You can see my pot from Lagos, even every single thing. Of course, I couldn't leave anything behind. And that's the thing with moving. Like, you have to take every single thing, whether it is junk, whether it is useful, whether whatever it is, you just have to leave the house in like tip top shape, like completely gone. Even though I was not moving anything, but there was still a lot of, there was like work to do. I thought they were going to move some of the furniture. They were like, oh, it's so heavy that I had to remove some of those clothes and things like that. So I was just going from point A to point B, going everywhere, making sure that they were packing everything the way I wanted it. And it was a little bit stressful, but at the end of the day, I was so glad because I wanted them to like take it from this room to this room, from this place to that place, so that we won't have so much work to do. It's not that we didn't have work to do, but at least it still helped. Another thing that we told them to do was for them to wrap our furniture so that there will be no dents, and it was actually insured. So it was on them as well. If anything got damaged in the process, they were going to replace it. So they were kind of like very, very meticulous in doing all this. They wrapped it well, and I was so glad. Like they took it the way it was, not one dent, nothing was damaged, and I was so glad for that. The mattresses were wrapped as well. Like you saw, we got mattress covers from Home Depot. If you don't want to buy all those things yourself, the moving companies also sell their stuff, but I didn't want to wait for them because it was not when they came I'll start sorting and all that. So they even have their boxes as well, but I had gone to Home Depot before then to get boxes. Even U-Haul, you can get from U-Haul as well. You can get from Canadian Tire. Many of these places, they have all these moving boxes. So you can see at this time they had moved a lot. This is my basement. All this is junk. All this was junk, and gradually we're moving little by little, from seeing a lot, we're looking at how everything was disappearing little by little, little by little. And I was so glad for the process it was taking. They were, like I said, they were meticulous. They will move a bit, so they knew the way they were arranging all those things. They were not just putting it anyhow. Like there was a way they moved the TV, there was a way they moved the mattresses. Everything was coming at a particular time. Like my husband will ask them that, "Oh, I hope you've not forgotten this," and they were like, "No, don't worry, we got this thing, boss." And I just like the way they were doing all those things. Like those guys, they are strong. After everything, we are moved at this particular time. We had moved everything. So the next thing was for the handyman. We had already booked with like a handyman to also come cover some things. We are going to do some painting, and that is what we are doing at this particular time. If you can see scratches and everything, we made sure we painted everything over before we left, because we were told to leave the house in the same way, or almost the same way that we met it, even though it might not be like 100%. But we were like, okay, they said we should leave it the way we met it, and we have to do justice to that. So we had to paint, we had to clean. There's a different cleaning video as well. After the handyman finished painting and all that, we were like, okay, the next day we're going to clean. In between, I had to go pick my daughter up from daycare. Thank God she went to school. The boys went to school as well. And it really, really helped because the kids were not in the way. I was so glad because it was you saw the way everything was moving. Is not something that you have kids there and things like that. So thank God for daycare. Thank God for school. If not, we'll have had to like take them somewhere else. So by this time was when we're now moving finally, and we are here now. So glad. By this time, I think it was like 11:30 p.m. At some point their truck also broke down. Thankfully my hours were not counting at this time, and in no time we're already done and we are well settled now. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for many more interesting videos. I'll see you in subsequent videos. Bye.